Hey, good morning, Kiara, Samuel, and Santiago. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So we are going to start our session for today, July the 29th, July the 29th, 2025. We are going to start our lesson for today. Uh, First, I'm going to greet you. Kiara, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, teacher. I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, Samuel, can you hear me? How are you doing today?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, so let's start. We are going to start doing an exercise where you are going to unscramble a paragraph. A paragraph. I'm going to give you some sentences, and you are going to read the sentences and try to organize them. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now. Wait a minute. Share my screen. Okay, you can see here, you can look here. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sentences here. And you're going to read each one of them, and we're going to try to figure out to tell me what is the first sentence, what is the second one, what is the third one, and so on, okay? So I'm going to give you some minutes to do it. Please read the sentence and try to tell me, for you, what is the first sentence, okay?
Teacher, I think the first sentence I would say is I wonder whether movie phones are good or bad thing? Or bad thing?
Kiara says that this one, I wonder whether mobile phones are a good or bad thing. That's the first sentence. Ingrid, Samuel, Santiago, what do you think? What's your opinion about that?
I agree with Kiara, teacher.
I am agree too, teacher.
Okay.
Uh,
Remember that- Yes, tell me.
I
Yeah.
think that is the in the 1980s there were no mobile phones.
This one.
Yeah.
The 1980s that were no mobile phones. Okay, so three of you think that the first one is I wonder whether mobile phones are a good or bad thing, and one of you says that in the 1980s there were no mobile phones. But sorry, those are not the right one. Those are not the correct ones. I'm going to tell you that the first one, the first sentence here is this one. You see, this one. Third one is this. How important to you is your mobile phone? That's the sentence number one. How important to you is your mobile phone? That's the main sentence. That's the first sentence in this paragraph. Remember, this is only one paragraph, and the first one is this. Now, taking into account that this is the first sentence, the main sentence, how important to you is a mobile phone, you are going to read again and you are going to try to tell me what's next. What sentence is next is after how important? That's number two sentence. Okay. Let's try to figure out.
Teacher, for me the second one is, would you miss listening to other people's conversation on the train?
This one to miss listening to others' other people's conversation. Okay. Okay, Santiago, let me see. Ingrid, Samuel, Chiara, what do you think?
I would say the first one, for sure, they are very convenient, but they can also be a nuisance.
This word you can say that word like nuisance or nuisance. Nuisance or nuisance. Okay. Okay, we
Okay.
have two options, for sure or would you miss? Chiara and Samuel, do you have any other option?
Teacher, I don't know if it's my internet, but I can't see the presentation, the screen sharing.
Okay, I suppose it's a problem of your computer, your computer or your internet, because the other students can look at the presentation. So I think it's your trouble. Chiara, what about you, Chiara?
How would life change for you if you didn't have a mobile?
Okay, you said the last one, this. How to life change for you? You didn't have a mobile. Okay, that's not the correct one. Those are not the correct ones. You didn't do it. And the second sentence, in this case, is this one. Do you really need it? Okay. How important to you is your mobile phone? So, do you really need it? Do you really need what? The mobile phone. Okay. So this is the first sentence. This is the second one. Okay. So what happened here? Sometimes it's hard to organize a paragraph or a text in Spanish. Okay, because we need to have a very good reading comprehension in order to do that. And in English, it's harder. No? It's harder. It's more difficult to do it in English because you have to, you must have a good reading comprehension, and you must have vocabulary, and you must try to understand the meaning or the objective of the author. No? So, when you are going to organize a paragraph or a sentence or a text in English, it's quite difficult. And that's the idea, that's the goal of this exercise. We are not going to do it anymore. I'm going to present you the text, the whole text like this. This is the correct order. Okay. Here I'm going to present the sentences separately, but this is only one paragraph. So we are going to read. Please, Santiago, could you read the first 3 sentences?
In the order that is it?
Yes, here is the correct order. Here is the correct order. Go ahead, Santiago, please.
Since the first, or I don't know, I don't get it.
You read, please, read the first 3 sentences, no more. Read the sentence like you can hear, you can see here.
Okay. For sure, they are very convenient, but they also can be
No,
amusing.
Santiago, no. Read the first 3 sentences.
How important to you is your mobile phone? Do you really need it? And what is the third sentence?
You can see?
I can see.
Teacher, the thing is that there's no other order, you know. I know we understand that you first wrote the first sentence, and then you say that do you really need it is the second one,
Okay,
but the first
okay.
we don't watch that.
Okay, but look at this. This is the correct order because I'm going to change the presentation. Look at this. This was the first slice. This was the first slice. And here, this is the second slide. And you can see here the correct order. Here you can see the sentences in the correct order. Look at the
Teacher, I see the first slide.
but you are not seeing the second one? Okay,
No.
a minute. Okay, a minute. Okay, now this is the first slide. The first slide starts with for sure and ends with how would life change. And the second one starts with the correct order, how important, and finishes with would you miss. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know what was the what was wrong there. Okay, so please, Santiago, read the first 3 sentences.
How important to you is your mobile phone? Do you really need it? In the 1980s, there were no mobile phones.
Okay, remember that when this is pretty much British English. So you say here mobile phones. Okay, how important to you is your mobile phone? Okay, Samuel, let's continue with sentences 4, 5, and 6.
I think it's 3.
Okay, but these sentences, Samuel, like people, of course, and there was.
So I select one or read?
No, read, only read.
Okay. From there, yes. Sorry.
People, of course, and there. These 3 sentences, please.
People still manage to phone their family and friends and do business. Of course, there were more public telephones then. There was a telephone box pretty much on every street corner.
Okay, Kiara, next 3 sentences.
I wonder whether mobile phones are a good or bad thing. For sure, they are very convenient, but they can also be a nuisance. There's nothing worse than talking to someone and then they ignore you for 10 minutes while they answer their phone.
And Ingrid, the last 3 ones, last 3 sentences.
I have even seen people on a date and one person chats on the phone for 30 minutes. How would life change for you if you didn't have a mobile? And the last one, I don't see it, teacher. I cannot see
The
it.
last one.
No.
This one. Okay. Would you miss listening to other people's conversation on the train? But the rest of you can see the last one, or
I can see the last one, but
okay. Okay, so this is the correct order of the paragraph. What is the topic of the paragraph, Kiera?
I have to say the topic or
Yes.
create a topic.
No. Tell me what is the topic of
Okay.
this paragraph?
They were talking about their phones in that could be good or bad thing, how would it say it? But it starts to talk about if it is good or and in the last time or the past time, people were in a different environment talking about technology.
Okay, so the topic of the paragraph is mobile phone, no? Or cell phones. They're talking about cell phones, and they're talking about good things and bad things about phones. No? In English, sometimes we are going to say advantage or disadvantage of a topic. We can say something like this: pros and cons. The pros and cons. It means the good things about something and the bad things about something. No? That's the pros and cons. And here, the author of the paragraph is saying the pros and cons of the mobile phones. We remember pros and cons, the good and the bad things about it. Okay. And as Kiera said, here the author is comparing, is making a comparison between today's life and the life in 1920s, maybe, or 1990s, when there were no mobile phones. It's making a comparison how the life has changed, from these days to the decade of 1920s or 1990s. All of you, I don't know, maybe you are so young that all of you have had mobile phones since your first years. Ingrid, do you remember what was your first mobile phone?
My first mobile, I got it when I was a teenager, around 18 years old.
Okay.
The first mobiles were arrived in Colombia.
Okay. Those mobile phones, those cell phones, were too big, too heavy. Too big, too heavy.
Yes, that's right.
They were very different from the recent ones, recent cell phones. And Ingrid, did you have to make phone calls from phone boxes, from telephone boxes, right?
Yes, yes. There was like the test. There was a telephone box in each corner in the city.
Yes. The telephone box like this. Kiara, I don't know, but I suppose that you didn't have to make phone calls from a telephone box.
No, actually, that's true. I didn't. I born when the technology were advanced. So I have seen one of those on the street, but I haven't used it.
I think that here in our country, I don't know if in some city can find a telephone box, but I think that all of them have disappeared. And Santiago and Samuel are very, very young, so maybe you have never seen a telephone box. Maybe on the in a movie or on TV, but I don't think you have seen that kind of devices. Okay, so I'm going to take into account to explain some expression, for example, like this one. When we say for sure, what does it mean for sure? What do you understand? This expression for sure. One
For
knows?
supuesto.
Let me see.
But I don't know
Okay,
how to say it
something.
in English.
Okay, something like this now. First, for sure. Course, por supuesto, both of them, of course, and for sure means something similar, ¿no? Por supuesto, o de seguro, por supuesto, o de seguro. They are very convenient, but they can also be nuisance.
Teacher, in
here-
that case,
yes.
we can use also actually, or it's not the same?
Actually, in this one, yes,
Okay.
yes. Because they are saying, in the previous sentence, they wonder whether mobile phones are a good or thing or bad thing. They say actually or for sure, the mobile phones are very convenient. We have to say that the mobile phones are good, but however, they have some problems, no? Like everything in life has advantage and disadvantage, no? As good things and bad things. Okay, and here in this one, weather, this weather, can you tell me a synonym for this word, weather? If, that's right. Weather is the same as weather is the same as the if, not the conditional. This is the conditional if or when. If or when is the same. You can use or you can say whether or you can say use. But it's more common to say if, no? Whether is not so common. If is more common. Okay. And we are going to try to answer this question. This one, let me see this question. How would life change for you, Santiago, for you, Samuel, for you, Ingrid, for you, Kiana, if you didn't have a mobile? The life would be different if we didn't have a mobile. What can you say about that, Santiago? Santiago, the life, today's life would be different if we didn't have a mobile phone. Your life would be different.
Yeah, my life and the life of everyone because the mobile phones are so important in this age. So yes.
So, and we have to take into account that the mobile phone is not only for making calls. Previously, the telephones were used only for making calls, to talk to another person, okay? To talk to your father, to talk to your mother, to talk to your sister, no more. But now, the cell phone or the mobile phones are not only used to make phone calls, are used to work, are used to chat, are used to receive mails, are used to send mails. So we have mobile phones that brings too many benefits, no? So today I think that the life would be completely different if we don't have a mobile phone. Okay, now we are going to see here. We started talking about talking by phone, no? Speaking or talking by phone. We are going to check some sentences, some expressions, some very common expressions that are used when we speak or when we talk by phone. Look at this. Here you can see some phrases for talking on the phone. Remember, when we are going to say that you are talking or speaking, you have to say on the phone. You are not going to say talking in the phone. No, you have to say talk on the phone. Okay, and we are going to classify them informal and informal. Right? When we speak in English, we have to bear in mind if it's a formal context or an informal context. And here you can see too many sentences that are commonly used when you talk on the phone. For example, to greet, good morning. Okay, I'm afraid he's in a meeting when the person can talk. I'm afraid he's in a meeting. Thank you for calling. Would you like me to connect you to this voicemail? I'm afraid she's not available at the moment when the person, she or she can't speak. Can I put you on hold for a moment, please? Would you mind? I can see this expression. This is a good expression to learn. Would you mind? Know what does it mean? Would you mind?
¿Te importa?
And here, like this formal, would you mind? Le importaría. Le importaría. And we can change the rest of the sentence. For example, would you mind closing the door? Would you mind stop smoking? Would you mind holding for just a moment? Le importaría. Y es depende de lo que queremos que haga o deje de hacer, ¿no? May I
I
ask?
will- I'm
Yes.
sorry, teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Would you mind is more formal? I mean, yes, it is because it is. It say that, but care is more rude. Would you care or is different?
Okay. Of the use of care. Care. We have the expression, for example, I don't care. And this is rude. I don't care. We say I don't care. This is not formal. It's very formal and sometimes can be rude. Okay? I don't care. Cuando me ocurre pasar algo, I don't care it. Ya estamos hablando de algo, que hemos mencionado algo, I don't care it. No me importa eso, no me interesa eso. Una forma ruda de decirlo. So that's why would you mind is more formal. I don't care is informal and sometimes can be misunderstood and can be rude. May I ask you who is calling? I'm trying to contact, I'm afraid. Could you, no, look at this, we can use the modal verbs, may, could. Could you hold on a moment? Okay, hold on a moment, please. I'm sorry. She's out of the office. She's not in the office. You say she's not in the office, that she's out of the office. She's free in the afternoon, after about 2. I like now. This is a very, very common expression to use in English. You have to use this expression a lot when you speak in English. I would like. I like to. That's the same. I'd like to. For example, I like to drink a cup of coffee. I like to eat a hamburger. I like to go to a restaurant. I would like to go to another country. It's very common to say that expression in English. And the opposite or the question, no? We say, would you like? Would you like to? This type of structures, you have to understand and you have to learn by heart. Este tipo de expresiones son aquellas que yo les menciono que ustedes, si se las aprenden, deben aprendérselas de memoria, ¿no? Like, for example, I like and don't like. Eso no lo aprendemos nosotros de memoria. ¿Les gusta algo o no nos gusta? Y ese tipo de expresiones es lo mismo. I would like to, me gustaría. Y después viene lo que queremos. I would like to swim. I would like to ride a bicycle. O para preguntarle a alguien que si le gustaría hacer algo. ¿No? Would you like to go to a restaurant with me? Would you like to have a date? Excuse me, who is this? May I speak to? May I take a message? Would you like to leave a message? I like to talk to. All of these sentences can be used when you are talking on the phone. But when you are talking with a person, you are talking to a person that you know, a friend of yours, a relative, you can be more informal, saying, is, for example, I call someone and say, is Kiara there? Is Ingrid there? Is Samuel there? And you are going to answer, this is Harry. For example, is Ingrid there? And you are going to answer, this is Ingrid. Okay? When you answer your phone, you can say, this is Henry, or you can say this one, hello, Ken speaking. Hello, Ingrid speaking. You're going to answer the phone, and you pick up the phone and you say, hello, Ingrid speaking. Hello, Samuel speaking. Okay? Or you can say, hello, Santiago's phone. Hello, Kiara's phone. Okay? Okay, and someone calls you. You are going, and you don't know him, you don't know the number. Then you say, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? You answer the phone and you don't know who the other person is. You are going to ask, who is it? I'll ask her to ring me. She gets back. Okay. Hang on a second, no? Wait for a second. I can hear you very well. When you can understand, when the sound is not so good that you can understand, you are going to say, I can hear you well. Another way to answer, who's calling, please? Who's calling? Who's calling? I let him or her, if it's a man or a woman, now that you rang. Just a minute. It's the same as hang on a second. Hang on a second. Just a minute. It's the same. Okay, wait a minute. Another form, the same thing. Hang on a second. Just a minute. Wait a moment. Speak to you again soon. When you can speak in that moment, you are busy, you are doing another thing, and you can't speak that moment, you are going to say, speak to you again soon. Speak to you again soon. I'll put you through. When you are going to communicate, when you are going to contact to other person, you are going to say, I'll put you through. When you are going to answer, if the person is free, the person can talk at that moment. You're going to say, is John free? Is Camilo free? Or are you free? Are you free? When you are talking on the phone, someone asks you, are you free? It means that, can you talk? Can you speak at that moment? Can I talk to? Hold on a sec. The same thing, just a moment. Please. All of these sentences are interesting. And you can use all of them. You can use all of them, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now, here we find these telephone phrasal verbs. When we are talking on the phone, we use this another phrasal verb. For example, pick up. Pick up, what does it mean pick up? To answer the phone. You take the phone and answer and say hello, hi. You pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. And this phrasal verb has a meaning. Pick up. Pick up in Spanish means recoger. Pick up es como recoger, como levantar algo. Es cuando nosotros tomamos el teléfono y nos lo ponemos en la oreja, estamos diciendo pick up the phone, contestando la llamada. Pero cuando ustedes van a ustedes lo van a recoger, ustedes van a recoger a alguien, pueden utilizar también este verbo pick up. For example, I'm going to pick up my sister to go to the restaurant. I'm going to pick up my sister to go to the restaurant. Recoger a mi hermana para ir al restaurante. But in this case, when you are talking on the phone, pick up is to raise your telephone and answer. Speak up. You say speak up means that you have to speak louder. The other person is not listening to you, so you have to speak up. You have to speak louder. Okay? Cut off. Cut off. To interrupt the telephone conversation. Okay? When the line is busy, or when there is a technical problem, when the phone call cuts off, it means that the call ends. No? You can't talk anymore. Hang up. Hang up. This is another one. Hang up is the contrary of pick up. Pick up the phone, and when you finish, hang up. And sometimes it means to end the telephone call by breaking the connection. To finish the conversation. Finish the call. Okay? Put through. We have another phrasal verb. Put through. What does it mean? To connect by telephone with someone else. When you are talking by phone, but you are not the person that they need it. So you have to connect with another person. You put through him, you put through her. For example, your mother is going to talk to the person, so say, I'm going to put through my mother. I'm going to put through my sister. And this is the same, this put through, like a synonym, get through. Put through, the same like get through. Hang on. Wait for, hang on a second, hang on a minute, wait for a minute. Right? But it means, or you use hang on for short time. For a second, for a minute. But when there is too much time, you are not going to say, call back. When you receive a phone call, but you can't talk, say, okay, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you back. What does it mean? I'm going to return the phone call. I'm going to return the phone call. I'm going to call you later. Recap. Recap. To be inaudible over the mobile phone. And you are mute. Okay? When you have a problem, technical issue, and you can't speak, or your mobile phone is mute, it means to break up. And hold on is the same as hang on. These are some phrasal verbs that we usually use when we are talking about them. And finally, I'm going to share with you another expressions which are similar. For example, when you are going to give your name by phone, for example, English speaking, this is Bob, this is Samuel, this is Santiago, or hello, and it's Rebecca. You can say it's, no? It's Santiago. For example, hello, it's Santiago. Okay? When the person is not available, you can use this one. When you're going to take a message, you can use these sentences. When you are going to get through or put through the right person to speak, you can use these sentences. You are making the connection or opening the call. All of these are sentences that we use in order to make a phone call. Okay? Now, we are going to do an exercise to complete some sentences. Example here, number 1. Ken's upstairs. I will go get him. What do you think? What is the correct one? Pick up and go put through or put off. Guys, we are going to start with Samuel. Samuel, tell me, for you, what expression could be used here? Pick up and go put through or cut off?
Maybe B, I think.
Hang on.
Yes.
The sentence says, Ken's upstairs. When we say that Ken is upstairs, it means that he is on the second floor. For example, we are in the first floor, and we say Ken is upstairs. Means that Ken is on the second floor. Okay? And the opposite is saying Ken is downstairs. So we are on the second floor, and we say Ken is downstairs. It means that Ken is on the first floor. Okay? Look at that expression. We usually don't say Ken is on the second floor, Ken is on the first floor. No, we say Ken's upstairs o Ken is downstairs. Vamos abajo, entonces decimos Ken está arriba. En el segundo piso, Ken is upstairs. Estamos arriba, vamos a decir que está abajo. Entonces, Ken is downstairs. Okay. Number 2. Ingrid, I was unable to make the call because I couldn't get a strong
D,
return.
signal.
Okay, signal.
Signal.
Sign. Number 3, Kiara. Oh. Hey, hello again, guys. Sorry, but I had a technical issue here. Was I had a problem, a technical problem here, but it was not very serious. It just my computer ran out of battery. Okay. So I'm here again. Let me try to start again. Just share again. The problem I had, the technical problem was that my computer, PC ran out of battery. When you say that something is in 0%, no percent run out of battery. There is no more battery, okay? That was the problem I had. Okay, let's continue. So number 1, you say gone. Number 2, you say signal. Number 3, Kiera. Kiera,
I'm thinking, espera.
number
I
3.
would say cut off.
Cut off. Okay, cut off. Cut off. I'm about to go through a tunnel, so we might get cut off. Okay. Number 4, Samuel.
I think is to speak busy, maybe
Busy.
busy.
Busy. Okay, busy. Or number 5, Ingrid.
I managed to speak to someone. I was on hold for 5 minutes before.
On hold. This one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Number 6, Santiago.
Landline, I think.
Landline, huh? Landline. Number 7, Kiera.
Cut off.
Cut off again? Both sentences you answer with the same cut off. Number 8, Samuel. John's in the shower. He's taking a shower. He's in the shower now. I'll get him too in 10 minutes.
B, pick you up.
B, pick you up. Okay, pick you up. Number 9, Ingrid. I wish.
I wish I got my B charger.
Charger. And number 10, Santiago, the last one. I always.
Mobile phone.
It was always turn off my mobile phone. Okay, now we are going to check the answers. We have two wrong. Let's see. The first one, Kenny is upstairs. Oh, hang on. Wait for a minute. Wait for a sec. I go get him. Good. Number 2, I was unable. When we say, you can say in English, I was able. Like I can, no? Ser capaz de hacer algo. And the opposite, I was unable. No fui capaz. I was unable to make the call because I couldn't get strong signal. No? The signal was not so good. We can call. Number 3, I'm about to go through a tunnel. And we are go through a tunnel. We are in the middle of the tunnel. The phone calls can get cut off. No? I didn't manage to speak to Peter because his line was busy. Busy. I was on hold. Okay. Previously the slide said hold on, but we can say on hold. I'm saying hold is like in Spanish en espera. De algo estar en espera, on hold. Y esperar, hold on. It's different. Hold on, esperar, on hold, and espera. I was on hold for 5 minutes before I managed to speak to someone. It's cheaper for me to make calls on my landline than it's on my mobile. Landline is the telephone you have at home. No? The telephone you have at home with a wire, not the mobile phone. So number 7, at the end of our call, we cut off. No, we hang up. When we hang up means to hang up, no? Hang up the telephone. Finish the call. Number 8, John is in the shower. He's taking a shower. I will get him to bring you back. He can't speak right now, but he's going to call you back, or he's going to bring you back in 10 minutes. Number 9, I wish I brought. Remember in English this, I wish, se desear, ¿no? Yo deseo que, desearía que, me gustaría que, I wish I brought my charger with me. My battery is dead. The last one, I always turn off. Remember that this is a phrasal, a very common phrasal verb, turn off. We say turn off the computer, turn off the TV, turn off the blender, turn off the stove, turn off any device. No? Turn off or turn on is the opposite. No? Apagar o prender, turn off, turn on. Here, I always turn off my mobile phone when I enter the class. Okay, guys, so we are finished for today. Time is up. But on Thursday, we are going to keep on doing some exercises, talking about how to speak or how to talk on the phone. Okay, so sorry for the technical problem with my computer, but I didn't realize that the battery was running out. Okay, so guys, that's all. Bye. See you next Thursday.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
see you.
Bye.
Okay, see you.